All right, hey guys, and welcome back. This is the Geek, and I'm going to be doing the second part of my walkthrough of the new track that I made with Sam Wale, or a remix that I did for Sam Wale called the Feelin. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how I figured out the lead melody. This is a problem for a lot of new producers, especially when you're doing a remix. If you're anything like me, you probably have trouble figuring out what the melody is. You're not very good on a keyboard, and or like me, you might just be kind of lazy. So rather than spending a bunch of time fiddling about on a keyboard, playing along with the original melody of the track that you're trying to remix, there's a trick that I want to show you how to do using a little plugin called Melodyne. So first, here's the melody for this track, and you'll notice that it's the same as the original melody for the original track. So here's the melody. Okay, so that's the melody. Now the question is, how did I figure that out? So the way that I did this is very simple. So the first thing that I'm going to do is create a new audio track, okay? And I'm going to bring in the stems from the original track. Actually, I'm going to create two audio tracks, and I'll show you why in just a second. So in this first track here, I'm going to bring in the stem that I used, or that Sam provided me with, and it's just a synthesizer, and it's got the lead melody on it. So let me grab that and bring it in. So let's drag that into the track. And this stem is actually warped because I've brought it into Ableton before. If you're not familiar with warping, there's a lot of tutorials about it, so I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to play this melody. Okay, so there we go. So what you're going to want to do is, you've got your audio track with the stem that contains the melody that you're trying to figure out. You're going to create another audio track, and you're going to set the input to that first audio track that has the melody you're trying to figure out on it. So in this case, it's 27 audio. Then you're going to arm that track. What this does is, it's just going to mean that when the audio plays through the input track, it's going to be received into this secondary track here, so like this. So you can see the level meter working. Alright, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to put the Melodyne plugin onto this second track. And then you're going to set it into transfer mode. And you're going to go to the start of section that you want to figure out. And by turning Melodyne into transfer mode, basically, well, let me back up a little bit and explain what Melodyne is. If you're not familiar with Melodyne, it's a really cool little plugin. The concept is that when you're working with audio, particularly singers or acoustic instruments, a lot of times there's a piece of audio that, say a singer does a line, sounds great, but maybe she missed a note, or the timing's a little off, or whatever. So what Melodyne does is, it allows you to change the pitch of recorded audio and correct issues, but you can also use it creatively. So let me show you how this works. And what I'm just going to do is, when it's in transfer mode, when I play this and the input comes in to Melodyne, it'll actually sort of record the notes in here. So here's how it works. Alright, that was actually too much that was recorded because my spacebar wasn't working. Alright, so now it's in percussive mode. That's not the mode that we want. We want it in polyphonic mode. And voila, we have our notes. So now looking at this, we can kind of see, we can see exactly what the notes being played are on this melody. And actually, just to kind of show you how Melodyne works, we can even move them around. But we're not going to do that. So all I did is I used Melodyne to figure out what the notes were, and if you look closely you can also see the rhythmic pattern as well. So then I just manually copied that over. By manually I just mean I used my eyes, created a MIDI clip, and recreated that same melody using a different synthesizer. So once you've done that and you've put the new melody into MIDI, as you can see here, or the original melody just copied over, you can then just delete those two tracks. So unless you have some use for this stem, but especially the track with Melodyne on it, you want to delete because it'll do some tricky things. Because the audio is recorded, you don't see anything here, but the audio is recorded into Melodyne. Wherever the playback head is in that track, it's going to play. So there have definitely been times where I've done this, I've forgotten to get rid of that track, and then I've had a random sound playing in the middle of a track somewhere and confusing the hell out of me as to what it was, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, and it took me a while to get rid of it. So anyway, delete these two tracks, and now, that didn't work. So now we have our melody.